Hi guys and welcome to the latest video. I wanted to make a video about why every RC fan should have some kind of a micro RC in their collection. We've all got, probably our own little collection of RC cars, like 8th, 9th scale, 5th scales and 10th scales, but they're not always going to be great options for us. So for example, on a horrible winter's evening like today, I can't take like a petrol RC, which is in pieces anyway. I can't take that out. That's a brushless 14th scale, but again, you're just not going to be going out with these cars because it's just cold and horrible outside. So you need an option. It doesn't matter like how good your RCs are if you can't use them, and if you fancy a bit of RC, you need a little RC fix, you could do a lot worse than something like this. Now this is an ECX Torment short course truck. It's a 1/24th scale truck, so it's very, very small. I do actually have a 16th scale now. Okay, this is a 16th scale low-C mini SET, and there is a 1/24th scale ECX, so you can see the size difference is pretty big. 16th scale versus 24th scale. Now this thing is rapid fast brushless motor, very quick, and you can't use this in the house. You just can't, unless you've got a very large house, very open area. I simply don't have that available to me, so at the moment this truck I can't use because of that reason, which makes this, even though it's cheap in terms of your RC, kind of things that you look out for as an RC fan, it's a very cheap little truck. It's got bushings, not bearings. It's plastic pretty much all the way throughout. It comes with like this little baby style transmitter, all these things. I mean, you charge the battery. Here's the battery. It's a little nickel metal hydride battery, so it's not focus. No, there you go. It's not a lipo battery. It's just a little nickel metal hydride battery. So 4.8 volts. Only charges via USB. So all of those things I can understand could be off-putting, but when you've only got like that amount of space to race around in, and you just want a little toy, a little gadget, it is still, I would still say it's hobby grade. Maybe you could call it hobby grade because it's like a toy hobby, but it is still got features that you could call as hobby grade, and they even sell hop-ups. You can see I've actually got a bit of aluminium steering linkage going on there because I broke the original steering linkage broke, because I did that typical tire kicker thing, when you get a new RC and you just turn the front tires to test the servo. I found that on these cars you must not do that. I just snapped it, so I ended up just getting that anyway. But yeah, these cars are a lot of fun. Let me just put the camera down and I can kind of show you around the car a little bit. So it's a bottom loading battery compartment, if I can even get that. There you go, bottom loading battery compartment, and that's where this 2-cell fits. It is all plastic, as you'd expect for a cheap little toy hobby RC. However, it's got some cool features. It is 4-wheel drive, so you've got a rear and front differential, which is pretty awesome for something this small. I think that's quite a nice little feature. The body itself, very nice. It's got good scale features. The plastic bumpers are mega flexible. I mean, look at the flex on that. And that will simply mean, and the same goes with the front bumpers are the same, very flexible. And that just means that they're far less likely to just break on impact, say if you hit something. Let me just move this at a better angle for me. Now, it is held together by body pins, so you've got 2 body pins at the front and 2 at the rear. So let me just take those off so you can actually see what's underneath this this amazing bit of RC kit. Lol. Let me just take that pin out and use that pin to let that pin out. There you go. Right, so let me just take that off. And you can see it does actually have spring suspension, which is really cool. So it is, you know, the suspension is actually pretty decent. There is a bit of bounce, as you can see, so that is because these are going to just be standard. I think these are like little friction shocks. I don't think those are oil filled. I'd have to double check, or if they are, the oil is either not in there or it's mega thin, because there is, you can see there's a little bit of bounce. So if you give it a bit of forward motion, and there is a little bit of bounce there, but still it's not bad. And it, you know, I'm pretty sure that if those are oil filled, then there's probably nothing in there, or if there is, it's very thin. But I'd have to check that out. It actually has an ECX it's 10,004 receiver and ESC in one unit, so that's an all-in-one unit there, and that's what functions with this here. The steering servo. Now this is the weak point of the truck. That you should be aware of. The steering servo isn't necessarily the weak point, but the steering linkage is. If you can't actually turn, you don't want to do that because you will break it. You know, normally when you get an RC car, you just can turn the front wheel left and right, and you can just hear the servo gears, you know, moving the servo. You can't do that on this. You will break it, as I found. But I got the little hop up because I just thought it looked cool. A little bit of blue aluminium, why not? They do actually sell the hubs as well for this, and a few other hop up parts, which I think is cool. But yeah, it's a nice little car and it looks really cool. I mean, let's put the body back on. I could actually stick a battery in and just show you how it performs. You know, you can't expect rocket speed. I hope I've got charge in this. Okay, battery goes in. Just tuck those wires in as well. I can. Just about. I'll get those in like that. And then, there we go. Just see if I can get this going. So I'll show you what it's like in terms of, you know, it's not the quickest, but it does the job, and you know, it's a nice little car. I mean, let me just put this out onto the floor, and you know, even with limited space, okay, I'm going to struggle with it. I'm not good at, like, you know, running a car with one hand. I'm just not. But you know, it's got a bit of pep behind it, and you'll be surprised that you know, you might think you've got a lot of space, but you start trying to run it. You start running like a fast RC car around, and I think you will struggle to, you know, you'll realise that you don't actually have as much space as maybe you thought you did. So personally, I think something like this is really good value. It's a lot of fun. You'll be able to use this anytime. You know, you're not going to use it outside. It's not really something you're going to use outside, but definitely in the house. It's a perfect little thing for those cold nights where you fancy running your RC, but you're not going to put your coat on and drive somewhere to run like a 3 or 4S RC car around. You just don't want to do that. You want to, like, maybe just race it around for 5 minutes, get bored, and then do something else, and that's perfect for this. I think that's why this thing is made for that kind of a scenario, and obviously it's perfect for kids as well. So you know, it is a hobby, it's a toy hobby car. You know, I would say it'd be perfect for a kid's first RC car. Very giftable, but also for us, you know, man children, whatever you want to call us, who for some reason think it's fun to play with radio control toys. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment in the comments section and let me know what you think about it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.